Hi and welcome. We are the three Noob Amigos, and our team members are Ivana Goodwin, Matthew Chan, and myself, Thomas Allen. The challenge we are working on is Challenge 3A. We have called ourselves the Noobs as we are all newbies. We are all active data apprentices at different stages of the journey. We are also a small team of three, hence the Amigos. For two of us, myself and Ivana, this is our first hack. The small size of the team has allowed us to collectively lead the task and gel well quickly, agree how we should tackle the challenges and who can do what and when. Ivana will now run through an overview of the challenges we have tried to address.
Information management is always an issue on live projects. Fundamentally, the challenge we have as a company is a need to reduce the burden on the project team members when they handle or process company management documentation. It's currently a struggle for team members to know where to put documentation with the many systems we have in place. Some documents need to be stored in different systems depending on their status. All of this is time consuming for the many different roles working on a construction project. They are spending too much time trying to understand the document control process rather than focusing on their day jobs. We want to know if Hack 7 can introduce some form of technology to help project team members reduce their time spent on figuring where documents should be filed, stored, archived, both securely and in line with the applicable GDPR compliance requirements.
We realised from the start that we needed to try and follow some key basic steps to approach this challenge. The approach taken that we used was to deconstruct, get the data, plan and develop. The breakdown of these key steps was to build user stories, agree upon the scope, understand the skills and data available, create the data set, clean the data and develop using Power Apps.
Thanks, Matthew. The first important step in my journey was to fully understand the problems posed through the challenge statement. In other words, make sure your first step is understanding the problems faced by the end users and what they really want from this. It just so happened Ivana was the one who put forward the challenge, which made it slightly easier for us to better understand and deconstruct it into specific problems the business was hoping to address. The challenge was presented to the hack in a 6-page presentation file. When we reviewed this, we broke it down into 5 key problem statements. Breaking the challenge down into these individual problem statements helped us better understand what we could do over the weekend and what potential solutions we knew of which may be best placed to address the individual problem statements. We decided that Power Apps was probably the best application to build on to provide a solution to overcome these quickly and without too much difficulty. This approach allowed us to determine what possible skills we needed as a minimum in the group to move forward and what additional expertise we may need to call on from others in the hack such as Microsoft in projecting success. The top 3 problems shown are those we agreed were in scope for this weekend's hackathon, those in were gift to return some form of tangible benefit to the business who raised the challenge, at least demonstrating the art of the possible over such a short space of time, and even identifying what next steps to take for those items out of scope and what could be done in future hacks to overcome them. Matthew will now talk you through our next stage in the journey. Thank you.
We had all the necessary source data to complete those problems agreed in the scope. This includes one Excel spreadsheet that provides a table of all the document types and their relevant attributes, and multiple Excel and PDF files, which are examples of the document types and forms in operation. We then cleaned the data by determining what data was needed after we deconstructed the actual problems to tackle. We created a master data set from the source data and structured it in a way suitable for use in the right way.
After deconstructing the problem and looking at the data we were given for the challenge, we started to make a plan. As a team, we discussed and agreed the following: what skills we had within the team, what additional expert support we were going to need, and what the user journey is. Before starting the challenge, we agreed what our presentation was going to look like and what things were important to note throughout the course of the challenge. Lastly, we agreed what systems we could use to best meet the solution and who would do what. Myself and Matthew started building our app in Power Apps while Thomas pieced together the user stories and presentation. So this is just a quick little demo of the app that we put together through Power Apps. This is the home page. So these are both functioning buttons. So click on this button. This is where you'd be able to scan the document. We didn't have the time or the expertise to get this done for this hackathon. But hopefully in the future we'll be able to build on this and create a fully functioning app. We'd want it to scan the document, take a picture, use the OCR reader, search the gallery and return certain values for it. So if we just go back, it takes you back to the home screen, and we've got the search document by CMS reference. So in here on the left-hand side, this is all of the data that's currently on the Excel spreadsheet, and you can search by any of the column headings here, shown here. So you can search for a particular type of document, or you could search for a particular job role, and then that will show you all the documents for that job role. We were posed 2 questions from our challenge outcome this weekend. The first regarding integration with the rest of the Sir Robert McAlpine data ecosystem. With the right expertise, we believe this app could be easily integrated with other data systems in the company, such as 4Projects, which is our common data environment, or FieldView, which is our site observation app. The project team could use the app to find where a particular document has been published, and with the right integration could click a link from the information management app to take them to that document for their project. The second question was regarding the assets we could deploy this app on. The information management app could only be deployed on company assets such as mobiles and tablets. With the scanning and reading function available, we would need to be very careful that we are GDPR compliant. We couldn't have people using their personal devices to read company documents with personal data on.